Texas taking on Oklahoma. As always, neutral site game, a great battle, always at the beginning of October, it seems, that first Saturday when this game takes place. And this is no different. We've got Oklahoma laying 7.5, 8 points on the road in this game. Looking mighty impressive so far, especially on offense. The total 60.5 to 61.5, depending on where you shop. Again, SBRodds.com. Make sure you're using that to get the best numbers, side or total, with any wager you're thinking of making. And I'll tell you what, Oklahoma offensively, they've looked good. Kyler Murray's been terrific operating this offense. There's no question about that. I don't want to take anything away from them. However, let's look at the competition. Florida Atlantic, a team that's gone way down so far this season, has not looked good. A rebuilding UCLA team. Iowa State, a game they struggled to pull away and win by margin in. Army, life or death was Oklahoma to hang on and survive that game against the Black Knights. And then last week against a Baylor team that to me has been a disaster going back to when Art Briles was there. And I don't think it's gotten markedly better since Matt Rule took the program over. That was Oklahoma's last win against Baylor. So I think defensively, this is going to be a step up in class for Oklahoma. You got to like what you've seen from Texas defense in recent games. 16 points or fewer allowed. USC and TCU, two teams pretty good offensively and decent quarterback play. This is an improving Texas team. Yeah, maybe looking ahead last week, just did enough to get by K-State and win that game. But I think you get Texas focused for this game. And let's be honest, I'm going to say it again, and I've said it all the time, Joe, about Texas and Tom Herman, their head coach, in this role. Tom Herman is a dog. Tom Herman is a dog. It has been a staple of mine for years in college football. Tom Herman, how about 11-1 against the spread as an underdog as a college football head coach at Houston and Texas combined, which is, of course, now his current home. That's too great a track record to ignore. I think Texas is playing their best football right now. The USC and TCU wins were both impressive. They're 5-0 ATS the last 5 meetings against Oklahoma. Last year, 5-point margin of victory. In fact, in those last 5 head-to-head meetings, the 3 Oklahoma wins, all of them by margins of only 5 points. That makes this point spread look a little too high in my mind. You're not going to see me passing up any opportunity to back Tom Herman in the underdog role. I'm looking at Texas here, plus the 8. That's an official pick for me. Best number out there at Heritage Sports, plus 8 on Texas. I'll take that all day long against Oklahoma, and I think the Longhorns very live to win this game outright. Joe, let's get your thoughts. Sooners and Longhorns, Red River rivalry. What do you like here?
Well, the last time that you and I went head-to-head in a game with the Texas Longhorns was 2 weeks ago when I backed the TCU Horned Frogs as a 3-point favorite over the Longhorns. TCU had dominated Texas in recent years, but Texas won the game 31-16. Even though TCU outgained them, it was 4 critical net turnovers by TCU that turned the game around. And as we know, as you can read every week in my Point Spread Prognosis newsletter, if any team in college football has a -3 net turnover margin or higher, they are just a 10% play against the spread. And there's absolutely no reason why we should not be on the Texas Longhorns here. You mentioned some of the great records. 11-1 is an underdog. Underdog 20-10 against the spread overall in this series. Underdog recently 8-1 against the spread in Texas games. And the Horns, as you pointed out, 5-0 against the spread recently in this series. The momentum of 4 straight wins, including quality teams USC, TCU, and Kansas State in the last three weeks, where quarterback Ellinger has come into his own with a 9-0 ratio. What else could you want from these Longhorns? But I am telling you right now to steer clear away from the Longhorns this week. 5-0 straight up Oklahoma has an offense behind quarterback Murray, completing 71% of his passes, a 17-2 ratio for the year that is preposterous, and 49 points and 8.9 yards per play. Under Riley, the last 3 years, 44 points a game and 555 yards under his tutelage. Right now, he is telling his team, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Once Texas falls behind in this game, they do not have kind of explosive offense to keep up. I'm going with a very contrary favorite here. More of the public is on Texas and Oklahoma. We'll do a contrary favorite play once again against you, Ian, with Oklahoma minus the 7.5 or 8 points.
All right, head to head. I don't mind a little one-on-one battle every now and then. It's good. It reminds me that hockey's starting tonight. Those one-on-one battles in that sport, they're very, very important. You try to win as many of them as you can. Same thing in sports betting. You try to win as many of the one-on-one battles as you can. We'll see who comes out on top here. Joe likes Oklahoma. I like Texas. Your point about Texas falling behind by 2 touchdowns or more, that is true. If that happens in this game, then things are going to look a little bit more difficult for them. They're not a come from behind and catch you type of offense. Ellinger has protected the ball well. You mentioned no interceptions now in the last 4 or 5 games straight. That he's going to have to do that again. Take care of the ball. Ball security very important for Texas in this game. We'll see. I mean, Oklahoma offensively very potent. We'll see if they can navigate this Texas defense. Texas was able to hold down relatively well to keep them within 5 points last year. A good Oklahoma offense with Baker Mayfield running it at the quarterback position. We'll see now against Kyler Murray if that will allow Texas to hang around. But Joe and I on opposite sides. You make the call, you guys out there. Oklahoma or Texas, which one you want. But interesting game, always an entertaining game. We'll end up seeing how that one plays out.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.